rising sea levels to cleaner energy solutions, Lagos is confronting the realities of climate change head-on. At Lagos Leads the Future, which took place on the sidelines of the 80th United Nations General Assembly, thought leaders and policymakers shared bold ideas on how to turn risks into opportunities.
Here in the UN, what we are trying to tell the world is we can't continue to play the ostrich with climate change issues. They are real life issues. It shows that we are looking beyond providing resilient infrastructures to also how we can take care of vulnerable communities, how we can put in place infrastructure for emergencies, how we can communicate this with people. It also shows our intentions as per the strategies that we intend to use or deploy to solve our climate issues. We've gone beyond just words of mouth. We've put our money in our pre-feasibility studies, and we've said to the world, based on the uniqueness of these states and the population especially, we generate 13,000 tons of waste daily. That's humongous. If we can have an investment in the municipal solid waste or liquid waste, we've done our findings, it's bankable. These are things that we put in before the world, and that's why we're here to talk about it again.
So we're in here with other countries, with NGOs, with academics. We're here with entrepreneurs. We're here with people of like mind who would help us look at Lagos and see where solutions can come from. And we also examine the innovations, what is going on, what is new in the climate space. So that's what we've been doing all day.
This is the clarion call for all other states to enable partnerships to collaborate in solidarity and shared responsibilities to ensure scalable, locally adaptable solutions at the subnational.
It is only when we work together, be on the same page, doing the same thing, that we'll be able to achieve the sustainable development goals. And we need to encourage each other, we need to learn from each other, we need to collaborate and partner together to be able to accelerate the achievement of the SDGs.
And climate resilience.
The event featured spirited debates, community-driven solutions, and calls for stronger partnerships on the local, nationwide, and global level. Kaduna State Government was also represented at the event.
The Kaduna State Bureau of Statistics was strengthened to such a way that by the time we did the first voluntary report, we were invited to the high-level political forum here in New York to make the presentation of the voluntary local review. It gives you an opportunity to look at yourselves and see how far you have gone, in the terms of the implementation and achievement of the SDGs. So these are the little efforts that His Excellency, the Governor, is putting on the table to see that we develop. And of course, fighting hunger. That's why agriculture, for the first time in the history of the state, is receiving very serious attention, to the extent that we have already made the Malabo Convention. That is to say that you have to put 10% of your budget into agriculture. His Excellency, the Governor, is doing that, and in the last two budgets, we have put 10% of our budget into agriculture for us to get food security and to provide employment for the teeming population of the state. As you know, 70% are farmers, so we need to take care of them.
So we are here today to educate people on what Kaduna State has been doing to sustain the environment in renewable energy, reforestation, waste management. So one of his initiatives was to get 100 CNG buses, which we use for transportation of the public sector, so the students and the civil servants, because he has realized that it's very important for the environment. So we have initiatives, lots of them like that have been fostered in Kaduna State.
Once those three elements.
From green infrastructure to sustainable finances, the focus was on charting a path forward that protects both people and prosperity.
They need to change from sustainable agriculture, not sustainable, but limited agriculture to commercial agriculture. That will employ many people. It'll get the youth back interested in agriculture. It's just the driving force of the economy. Continent of Africa and the countries within the continent, they have the youngest workforce in the world, the youngest population in the world. They have more natural resources than most countries in the world. They have such opportunities to grow. Many African countries used to be net exporters of fruits and vegetables, probably in the 60s and 70s. Once they got oil, once they got other minerals, they kind of let their agricultural sector go to waste. They understand now that it's a food security issue. They can't keep importing foods all the time. They need to establish and not only grow goods, but manufacture food products, canned goods, frozen foods, things like that. But I truly believe in Africa, and I absolutely think that's where the growth is. And that's where I tell all my associates they should be looking at. I also think, like I said, Nigeria has such an opportunity. You have a huge diaspora all around the world that would support goods from Nigeria.
As the world races to meet its climate commitments, Lagos is making the case that Africa's largest city can also be its greenest. Adefemi Akinsanya, Arise News, New York.